Hi guys, I'm going to review the Insta famous brand today, MewMews. If you're on Instagram even half as much as I am, I know you've seen their ads, or if you follow any of the girls from Selling Sunset, they're often wearing MewMews as well. So how I discovered the brand was I saw this really pretty pink dress on Instagram and it was MewMews. And pretty much he served me any pink dress. I'm going to click on it because I have a thing for pink. In case you haven't seen me before, you don't follow my blog or don't watch my YouTube, I'm a very pink person. So when I clicked on it, first thing I was really impressed with the brand, with kind of how fashion forward all of their styles were. They're kind of not just your regular high street or everyday wear. They're definitely going to be your sexier, statement making, fashion forward styles. And they're not fakes, don't get me wrong on this, obviously fakes are illegal, but they're very similar to a lot of designer brands. So you might see something and think, oh, that reminds me of. It's kind of that luxe for less. They're not cheap clothes. I'm not going to say they're really affordable, but they're a lot cheaper than obviously the designer brands. And if you're wondering what this bag is in my hands, I'm going to get to that. So I kind of got stuck and I said, you know what, for this price point, I'm going to order a couple of things. The kicker is they have a no refunds policy, which is kind of a deal breaker and a lot of the time, because I know we're kind of used to Revolve and Amazon, free shipping, free returns. I said, I don't know if I want to commit to that, because if you can't deal with it, then you're kind of stuck with it, or you can kind of resell it, but you're losing money. They will do refunds if kind of it's damaged or faulty. So I'm going to get to a few tips as well of how to shop MewMews with that no refund policy to kind of the safest shopping experience, so you're not left with something you can't wear. So that's that's going to be the last thing I get to, is kind of my shopping tips for MewMews. But anyway, I'll get back to the point. I ordered a couple of things. It was a hot pink dress. I've been looking for something for afternoon tea. Everything was just really bland, really vanilla. I wanted something classy, but I also wanted something really fashion forward. So it was a hot pink dress that kind of caught my attention that I added to the cart. But then they do kind of incentivize you. When you buy more, you save more. And I'll get to that as well, and how to do all the free shipping. Anyway, I ended up with more than one thing. And the next day, the lovely people at MewMews wrote to me and they actually offered to sponsor me in exchange for a review haul. So some of this I've paid for, some of it's sponsored, but it's all going to be honest. If I don't like it, I'm very honest with you. I will tell you without throwing a brand under the bus. I'll just be like, hey, pros and cons. I try to be very kind of factual with things. But anyway, this is what they sent me to my home in the UK and my parents' house for the summer. So I'm going to open these with you, pop them on, and we'll kind of like see what they're like. So originally I ordered 2 things, which I'll do last, and then I got 3 things from them. Now, one of the things I ordered was a bag, because I figured that was fail-safe. You can't go wrong with a bag. It's not going to not fit, if you know what I mean. And then I ordered 2 dresses. So this brand was only founded in 2021. It is pretty new, and it was founded by women who kind of wanted to create clothes that not only look great, but also made you feel great as well. So I like that they come in kind of individual plastic bags. It gives them more protection. And I also tend to use that. I reuse them for swimwear as well. When I'm traveling, I can put all my swimwear in each bag with the matching accessories. So I kind of have everything really easy and ready to go. Anyway, this was such a pretty pale pink dress. And obviously the floral, I'm just chucking everything everywhere right now. The floral 3D appliques are really in fashion right now. And I'm going to link everything that I'm going to try on in the description below as well. If you're wondering how to get these, where to buy them, and any discount codes I see as well. So this is the Inara Strapless Mesh Mini Dress, and it has cutouts as well. And one of the reasons I got and love stretchy material is there's more chance of it fitting. So let's pop this on. Okay, I'm actually really impressed with this for lots of reasons. I ordered it in a size small because it only comes in a small, medium and large. I was a bit nervous it was going to be too big. But because it's really stretchy material, it works. And what's cool about these is they are on brooches. So you can move them around if you wanted to. You could take them off to wash them, which is a bonus. And then this is the neck. I just wanted to put it off first. You see, there's a lot of string to deal with. So in there, she's kind of got it to the side and wrapped it round a lot. So let's give that a go. If you're wondering kind of about the sizing, I would say this runs maybe true to size, maybe slightly small, because I'm normally an extra small and this is a small. And what I love again is that stretchy material. If you're not sure what size to order, kind of a safer way of dealing with their no refunds policy is to do the really high stretch material. And this is a mesh bandage blend of polyester and spandex. So just going to move that around like that. So what's quite kind of cool about that is you can move this dress around with the corsage on the neck choker and on the dress to exactly how you want it. This actually feels really supportive. It's got kind of that elastic band across the top to keep it up. I'm not wearing a bra, I'm not wearing nipple cover-ups, and you can't see anything, so that's really cool. I need my spray tan to develop a bit more, but I do think it's a really, really pretty blush colour, and what I ordered versus what I got, I would say is really, really spot on. I'm very impressed with this, and there's a zipper on the back, which is exposed. It's easy to get into. If these annoyed you, they're really easy to cut anyway, aren't they? So I do think it's quite a flattering fit as well. It does hold everything in, and the ruching's really nice. And it's a cutout style without showing too much skin. So I'm always worried about when I'm eating on vacation, you sit down, everything bulges out in the wrong places. This is kind of quite flattering and ruched in all the right places. Another thing I love about this, it's not hand wash only. I feel like everything I get at the moment seems to be hand wash only. It's gentle machine wash, so that's a really another benefit of this. And what I ordered versus what I got, I actually think the colour and the material and the quality is really spot on, and I think it's quite good value for money, and you could use this with other things as well, couldn't you? So yeah, so finally something that's not hand wash only. You can actually put this in the washing machine, just obviously do it gently, and yeah, I think that's a winner. All right, let's pop the next thing on. So the next thing I ordered was the Ruby Halterneck Mesh Maxi. I'm a little nervous, it's black and it had this beautiful red orchid on it. I'm a little bit nervous about the length because it isn't maxi, but it is super stretchy. Again, cute little thank you card in there. And it's 95% cotton, 5% spandex, so that's what makes it really stretchy. The orchid's detachable, so you can play around with it again. This one did come in an extra small to large, so I ordered the extra small. So it'll be interesting to see how it compared to the last blush dress, which was a small. And then obviously again, stretchy, hoping it fits better and easier to get a good fit. It's also gentle machine wash. So let's pop this baby on and see how she looks. Okay, I've popped this on. I'm gonna start with a close-up because there's a few things I want you to know. Now, one of the things they talk about is their quality, and it's supposed to be really high quality because everything is handmade, which I think is part of the reason they say no returns, because everything is custom made for you. It's not custom made, but it's made for you as you order. The other thing they say they use is eco-friendly materials, which is something I really like. It's not something I would say I necessarily look for, but it's always a bonus. And they also say they're always trying to find ways to reduce their environmental impact. So the first thing I noticed is it is a quite sheer dress. So I put on nipple cover-ups. If you think you're seeing something, you're not. It just is a little sheer. Then this, the seams are a little unfinished there. I kind of prefer a more finished look. So I'm just going to kind of roll that under, and then that kind of deals with that. And then the other thing, I was like, I'm not sure how to do this up because there's a front, but nothing on the back to tie it to. So I was kind of looking on close-ups on the website and for instructions on how to do it, and there aren't any. But it looks like from the picture, what they're doing is bringing it around here. And then do you remember I said, so you can play with this and get it just how you want it, which is kind of nice if you're not sure what size, torso-wise and everything. It comes with this orchid, which has a pin on the back. So since she's got it on her neck and it looks like it's wrapped around the same size, I think what they're doing is using the pin on the back of this orchid to fasten that there. So that's what I'm going to do. While trying not to while trying not to stab myself, and I totally just stabbed myself. So yes, be really careful whilst you're doing this part. And voila, let me give you a full length. Okay, so this is the dress on. I'm actually very, very happy with the length for a maxi. Bearing in mind, I'm 5'1", 5'2" on a good day. I feel like you could make it shorter or longer depending how much ruching you want because it has that kind of spandex to it. I think when you catch the sunlight, it might be a little bit sheer, but I think it's going to give you enough coverage, and sheer dresses are in. So just make sure you remember your underwear, your nipple cover-ups, and you're going to be fine. It's one of those dresses, it's still a little bit big here, so I think I'm going to take it to the tailor and have her kind of roll that over to finish the hem for me and just nip it in. A really simple, cheap fix. That's one of my tips for shopping on MewMews and getting the right size and dealing with a no refund policy, which honestly was a bit of a deal breaker for me to begin with until I kind of learned how to make it work, because sometimes I feel you're getting what you pay for, right? So sometimes, yes, it's great, you have free shipping, free returns, but the product's ending up being more expensive. So it kind of all evens out versus this being slightly more affordable, but having to deal with a no refund policy. So it's kind of apples and pears. So with this, saying this, I would say always order a size you know or size up, because if it's too small, there's literally nothing you can do. If it's too big, you can have it tailored, taken in. It's pretty easy fix once you know the quality. And the quality, honestly, so far has been really amazing. This is another really, really flattering style. The only thing I said, like I said to you, was the unfinished kind of edges bothered me. But I do think it's a really, really lovely dress, really, really lovely fit. And this is what finishes it. Without this, it really is kind of nothingy. But yeah, this is another winner for me. It is going to be a dress you can't really walk very fast in because there's no slit. It's definitely more of a waddle dress. And I didn't bring my black heels with me because it's summer, so I don't have anything to wear with this right now. But I'm really, really happy with this one. So let's pop on the next one. So this is a dress that got me hooked on MewMews. It made me add to cart and do all the rest of it because it, to me, it's given me Valentino vibes, especially on the bow detailing on the back. So I think it's one of those dresses you're going to have to wear your hair up for if you have long hair, because I think that detail's really lovely. I also love the collar on it, the high neckline, the structured shoulders, the cap sleeves, the nip and tuck waist, and then that flare skirt. Because for me, it's always in pictures, it's like, what do I do with my upper arm? It always is like, oh, I hate upper arms in pictures. This kind of hides it all, so I like that about it. The length, I have not had this shortened. If you are tall, this is going to be very, very short on you. So you might want to not want to bend over too much in it, just watch how you're sitting. I also did have this one tailored because this was the first piece I got. I had the waist taken in slightly more because it only comes in a small through XXL, and the small was just a bit big. But like I said, it's better to be big, be able to take that in, really quick, easy fix, than have it too small and just be busting out of it and it not work for you. So the only thing I noticed, what I ordered versus what I got, is the colour. I was not expecting to look like a neon highlighter pen. I find this very, very bright, which I think with the styling, you're going to have to be very elegant with it. So like I said, I'm going to do my hair probably in a sleek bun or a chignon, a French roll, something like that. So it keeps it chic and elegant, and it kind of, so you can see the bow detail on the back, because that is so lovely. So basically you have a zipper fastening that goes there, and then this goes on a little popper to snap that shut. And then I've put on white pumps with these. White stiletto pumps are really, really in fashion this fall, winter. They're bringing back the stiletto closed toe, pointy toe pumps, which I'm quite happy about. Probably some pearl Chanel earrings, maybe a pearl bracelet, but keeping it very, very modest because it is short and it's like, whoa, you need sunglasses to wear this. But quality wise, oh, I think this is the best quality of all the pieces I've had from them. Even my tailor was like, oh, is that Valentino? And she was feeling it. So it is a really, really lovely, well-made dress. So it's definitely a keeper, but just be warned, it's shocking pink. It's like you see it here. And also with this one, like I said, with sizing, it doesn't have any stretch, which is why I'd say size up, not down if you're unsure. It did need steaming. It came kind of crinkled when I got it out of the bag, but that's quick and easy to steam something this small anyway. I do think it's quite a flattering fit as well, like I said, with the structured shoulders, the cap sleeve, the waist, and that kind of flared skirt. It did have a slightly nipped waist anyway. I just exaggerated it with the tailor. It's 100% polyester, and one of the downsides is hand wash only. You can't just chuck this in the machine if that's one of those deal breakers for you. Okay, let's have a look at the bag. So I did get the bag in the hope it would go with this. So this is MewMews Mateus Satin Crystal Embellished Bag in a hot pink. It was giving me similar vibes to another designer as well, but lots for less pricing. Rustle, rustle. So I did get it to go with all of my pinks. I've got my pink, am I making too much noise over this? I've got my pink Versace bag that's the paler pink, but nothing hot pink. And I've got a couple of pairs of hot pink shoes. Like I said, I'm totally obsessed with pink. And what I loved about this was the crystal details that I thought were going to be really lovely as well. Is it going to match? Is it going to match? Is it going to match? No, not quite, but that's pretty close, isn't it? That's really good. Color wise, matching for the side, I would say it's actually a really, really good color match. This is kind of more what I thought the dress would be versus the neon. Oh, look at those handles, so pretty. It's the really crystal handle straps. And then I have to say, bucket bags aren't the easiest to get into, but not a lot of bags are. Look at the Hermes with the padlock. They can be a bit of a pain. Kind of need scissors for this. Hang on. Right, I got that off. I'm kneeling on my carpet. I'm probably have totally messed up knees afterwards. Okay, so this is actually way easier to do than a lot of other bucket bags. There is, you just press that there and release. So a lot easier than some of the other styles are. So it measures at 5.9 inches or 15 centimeters diameter if you want to check that your phone fits in there, because I know for me, God, there's lots of paper in here. That's really important. Okay. Oh, that's nice as well. So if you don't want to carry it by the handle, there is a chain strap. And I have to say, I kind of like having the options of doing both. I'm just going to see how that attaches for you. Oh, through there. There are 2 grommets that don't have this chain drawstring through. So they're going to be the grommets you're going to put this through. It's got the little end pieces. Sorry, I didn't show. Right there. So that will just pop through. And voila, shoulder strap. So that's kind of a really cool feature of it. Color-wise, quality-wise, I think that's really good value for money. And I think that's a really, really pretty, lovely evening bag to have. So I would probably wear the white pumps with a white leather bag for the day and then switch to something like this for the evening just to kind of make it a little bit more glam. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is the swimwear, which I got because I was hoping it was going to go with my Dior waist slides. So let's take a look at that one. So this is my first swimsuit from MewMews, and I love that it was a matching set. And I figured swimsuits are kind of easier to hopefully make work than most kind of clothing. I know clothing you have tailored, but swimsuits normally lycra, right? So it's a bit more forgiving. But the reason I chose this print is I thought it would go pretty well with my Dior slides with the navy. Now the color isn't as close as I would have liked. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. I'm holding on to this. This is the sarong that goes with it, but I just want to show you the swimsuit first. So it does have kind of built-in cups, which are slightly off sizing wise for me. But what I like is the straps are adjustable. So the length of the torso isn't really so important because obviously it's lycra, and then you're just going to tie those to wherever works for you. It is a really nice bright white and really kind of like almost like an indigo blue versus my Dior slides. I kind of thought were white and navy, but it kind of makes, because this is so white, it makes it more look like a cream and navy. The lycra on this isn't the most supportive. I'm worried kind of after a few uses, it might get a little bit saggy. So you can see it's got a lot of give in there. It's not the most like high cut flattering. I think I've been so used to the Michael Costello kind of right up here. It's a lot lower, and it's kind of a lot lower on the booty. So it's kind of definitely more of a modest style. But I do think the fit is really good and the quality is really good for a swimsuit for this price with the matching sarong. So let's pop the sarong on and see it all together. So one of the things I liked about seeing this, the set's a size small if you're wondering what size I'm wearing, is the fact that it was kind of a midi skirt on the model versus a maxi. If it was a maxi, it would have been way too long for me because I'm 5'1", 5'2". So I figured it would work. Also, the fact that it's a wrap means it's pretty much one size fits all for the skirt. So that's kind of like the whole set together. It's just, I never really thought about getting a matching kind of whole swimsuit set before. They've kind of become really popular this year, and I just like how easy it makes dressing for going to the beach or pool or when you're on vacation, so that you're not having to think about what you're going to style with what each day. It's kind of throw it on and done. I kind of wish it was almost like a mini sarong, but I also like that it's longer because I feel like a lot of my things are really short and are very sexy. This is definitely more more coverage if you're out with the family having lunch at the beach or things like that. So yeah, I am definitely, this is actually very, very impressed for the price point because it was under $70. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. Okay, so in conclusion for my MewMews review, let's start with the quality. I have to say, for all 3 dresses, the swimwear, the bag, so I'm looking around to try to remember what I have, really, really impressed with the quality, with the fabric, with the cut, with everything, with the details. I would say the color was true for the pink, for the black. For the bag, it was slightly off for this. It looked more muted. This is a very shocking pink, so maybe the colors were slightly off. Sizing wise, for me personally, I feel like they did run true to size for the most part because I'm normally an extra small. The smalls are running slightly big, so I did that bit of tailoring on them. Really, really easy, no problem with that. The shipping was really fast, and with that, I would say on your first order the minimal. Maybe order 1 swimsuit, 1 dress to get a feel for the sizing and the quality. Then start to bundle shop. And the reason I say that is because they really incentivize shopping and saving. A lot of the time they'll do maybe 15% off when you order $199 or more. And then it's free worldwide shipping if you spend over $100, which is actually really easy to do. That's pretty much one thing. So they're kind of like the ways that I think you should shop smartly on there. So maybe consider sizing up so you can take it in if it's too big, rather than being stuck with something that's too small. Pricing wise, I think it's really fair. Like, I think you pay for what you get. And I love that it's somewhere I would go, not for everyday wear, but for going out pieces, for statement pieces, for things for the fashion blog, for events. I think that's really, really cool. So I'm going to link everything below. If you have any questions on anything, please drop them in the comments below so I can answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe.